Coming up, the very best of Sheryl Crow.
Are you going to the Grammys?
I'm going to be in Europe.
Where is that gorgeous Lance Armstrong?
I was going to follow him around and play music.
Mina Fires answer.
Coming up, the one and only Sheryl Crow. And later from Mona Lisa Smile, actress Ginnifer Goodwin. She's earned 9 Grammys and paved the way for many female musicians. She has a new Best Of CD, and I'm a huge fan. Please welcome the wonderful Sheryl Crow. Aren't they gorgeous?
Yes, they're gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Come out of my heels.
Take them off.
I'm going to.
Sheryl, where are the dogs? You were meant to bring Scout.
I was afraid
and
Scout
Tino.
would eat. Perhaps Millie, or
Minnie.
Minnie. And he doesn't mind eating small dogs.
No, Minnie
He's good.
Minnie can hold her own.
She can?
Yeah, she'd hold her own. She's feisty.
I've seen him take a schnauzer in his mouth and just rag
No.
on it. Yes.
Maybe it's best that he didn't come.
Yes, he had to stay home.
I think so, yes. Now, do we have a birthday coming up?
We do.
When is it? Next week? Week after?
February 11th. Yeah, I'm having my 12th annual 30th. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. I've been 39 for about 15 years now.
How great does she look?
Oh, will you stop?
No, it's true. And I loved what you said. I love it that you just sit out here and say what you think, and everybody appreciates it and is so happy that you're saying what everybody's thinking.
Thanks.
Great. And I want your perfume line.
No, how funny was that? But, well, you have a birthday coming up, and I've got a suggestion for your boyfriend, because he might have a bit of a problem trying to think of something for you.
Oh, I hope he's watching.
Where is that gorgeous Lance Armstrong?
He's at training camp this week.
He is? You know, I wanted to tell you, when I was sick, he sent me his book, and he sent me a letter of encouragement, and thank you, Lance.
Yeah, he's a great person.
I really... And I've never met him.
Oh, you have to meet him.
I've never met him, and for him to take his time out and write me a letter and send me his book, it really meant a lot.
He's a very feeling person. He's one of the best people I know. Maybe the best person I know.
You look really good together. You look like you belong together. Don't you think so? I do. Honestly, you do. You look so good together.
Thank you.
I thought that maybe he might want to give you this, which is the American Idol spray. I'm not worthy. And you could take this to Lance too.
And we can spray it on each other.
Spray it on each other, and it will be perfect.
I love it.
Don't you think?
Yes, I think it's a fantastic idea.
All right, you with all of those Grammys of yours, are you going to the Grammys
I'm a
this year?
glutton for it.
Yes.
I'm not. This is the first year I'm not going to be there.
Where are you going?
I'm going to be in Europe.
Why?
I'm training. No, I'm just going to be hanging out over there.
With
while
Lance?
he trains.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. I said I was going to follow him around on a flatbed truck. Wait for me! And play music. So he's like, get away!
Yeah, you're in front, so it'll encourage him to go faster.
Yeah, to get away from me.
No, I don't think so. So, all right, Grammys. Who do you think's going to win? Come on,
I don't know.
Song of
I have
the
to
Year.
tell you, I really love. Well, I love Outkast, but who does not love Outkast? And I love Evanescence.
Me
I
too.
think she is great, and they write great songs. I'm a sucker for songs. You know how I am about songs. I mean,
It's
grooves
all
are
about
great,
the songs.
but songs are.
It's all about the songs.
You know, I want to write with Ozzy.
He just adores you so much.
We're gonna do it when he gets back on his feet. We're gonna write.
Definitely. Well, we're going to talk about that, and we're going to go for a little break, and we'll come back. we're talking about when we first met. We met at the AMAs.
Yeah.
All right, tell me, what do you think about a lot of the new artists today?
Oh, God,
a lot of
you're
the new
setting me
girls.
up.
No, I'm not. Just your opinion.
Well, my opinion is that I was really lucky because I got in at a time when actually very few females were getting record deals. It was Madonna and Paula Abdul, and I got to go out as a real unknown and tour and build a fan base that was based on word of mouth, and it was sort of like in the old fashion of like the troubadours. Now there's so much TV and so much exposure that a lot of these young girls can become successful overnight. And also I think with Madonna kind of ushering in the whole sex is power thing, I think we got off course a little bit, and there's so much sex and so much.
It's about the look.
It's about the look and the image.
The video. Oh, it doesn't matter if you write.
You have a good choreographer.
Yeah, that's what it's about. The stylist.
Good hair.
That's what it's about.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because it's not. I don't think it's as prevalent in the male music world as it is in the female, and I just find that females are really having to sell a little too much the image and could maybe get more into content. That's why.
I agree with you.
You know, Joni Mitchell. I mean, Joni Mitchell was sexy. You know, all those women that came out and wrote great songs were sexy. So we could get back to that.
Do you know what was so sexy about them was that they didn't try; they just were.
Yeah.
And girls today try so hard,
But
and
it's
it's all
not
cookie
sexy.
cutter. They all sound the same, and everybody writes the same songs that they give to every other artist.
that's
And
right.
it's just, it's a machine that just churns them out.
I feel exactly the same. I was talking about the AMAs right after they came out and said that they reminded me a little bit of a high school talent show, and I felt bad about it, but, you know.
No, listen, we hosted it and got fired at the same time.
Wasn't it great? I loved you as host.
No, I loved us as host, and I had Dick Clark in my earpiece going, leave the stage, and I'm like, and you know what else? And it's like he's trying to pull us off, and I'm like, not going, get the hook. Talk about gong show when we came up, it was like, I was telling, in the break, I was telling Sheryl this story. I got Sheryl's CD, and I was listening to it last night, and I said to Ozzy, would you like this? And he goes, please, I already have it. I have it on my iPod. I already listened to it.
He's great.
He's so good. But this CD is so wonderful.
Thank you.
It really is. Are you
Thanks.
proud of it?
I am. It's weird to go back and visit. I don't know about Ozzy, but I never listen to my old music. Does he listen to his records? I
All the time.
He does.
He does. I love him. I know.
So I could no more sit down and listen to my music. I'd just be
He's
like,
been listening to one record for 35 years. His first record, I'm like, don't you ever get fed up? It's like enough already.
I love that. Yeah,
But
no,
you-
not me.
You've worked with so many different artists. You have favorites. I love you and Kid Rock together.
I love Bobby. Bobby's great, and we have a good thing. We have like a nice little present day George and Tammy thing, or Porter and Dolly, and we have a real appreciation for like old style country music, and so it's fun, and he's fun to hang out with. He's really a gentleman, which I don't know if you know that about him. He probably doesn't like propagate that so much, but he really is. He's just a good boy.
Do you know what? I love what he does constantly for the troops.
Yeah, he's like
a
real
good guy.
diehard American.
He is. He's a really good boy. He is.
Yeah, he's good beer drinking, Southern music appreciating,
All
truck
right.
driving boy.
Rolling Stones.
Now they're probably my favorite. I mean, I've got to play with the Rolling Stones and Bob Dylan, and so many great people, and Eric Clapton and Stevie Nicks, who is a mentor. Love her. Yeah, she's great. I mean, she's actually been. I think the Rolling Stones and Emmylou Harris and Stevie have been probably, as far as mentors go, and Don Henley have taken me under their wing and kind of showed me the ropes a little bit and have been really encouraging. And but Stevie in particular, she's a really soulful lady, and you probably met her. She's so generous with her stories, and she's great. She's a great lady.
When she heard about Ozzy's accident, she called me and she said, if there's anything I can do, even take care of Minnie for you, I'll help.
Oh, that's so nice.
How sweet is that? Yeah, I know, just so nice.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it
no Minnie bites, you don't want Minnie. Oh, no. So, all right, Michael Jackson, I know everybody asks you this, but it's so prevalent right now because of everything that's going on. Did he really give you your first big break?
In a roundabout way.
Taking you on tour?
Yeah, because I just moved to LA and I had been teaching school up to that point. And, you know, whenever I hear a dog call, I always immediately think it's my dogs. But he chose me to be a backup singer for him, and I got to go on a world tour, and it changed my life in a lot of ways. I mean, up to that point, I'd never even had a passport. So it was a great experience.
A great education.
It was a crash course in the music industry, and I got to travel all over the world, and I really had very few dealings with him. I saw him 3 or 4 times a week during the shows, and the shows were the same every night, and he didn't learn our names, really.
No, he's not one for coming and saying, do you want to hang out for a beer tonight?
No, in fact, I don't think he even knows that I'm doing what I'm doing.
No,
so.
I think that he probably would have asked you if you wanted to go around Toys R Us for an evening. Oh, please, behave. Behave, it's my show, I can say it.
See, I'm only laughing because that's what he did. He rent out FAO Schwartz.
Yeah.
And he took us to Disneyland.
Yeah, do you want to come for an ice cream?
It's really not that far-fetched.
No, it isn't, it's true.
Yeah, no.
But don't you think it's sad? It's kind of, I think it's really sad and distasteful, everything that's going on. It's
My feeling about it is, because I don't feel like I know him probably any better than I did before I worked with him, to be honest, is that if he's not guilty, I hate what's happening to him. And if he is, then clearly he needs some kind of rehabilitative work, and this needs to be dealt with. But I just don't think that we're going to know, and he's definitely innocent until proven guilty. And I just hate the circus
it's a real circus.
Yeah.
I don't know. He should just get a job at Disneyland and go in that parade every night. Don't you think he'd be great at that?
It's possible.
Stop saying stop it. Anyway, so I'm going to get into so much trouble. Don't make me keep saying things I shouldn't. I want to tell something else about Sheryl too. That Sheryl, not only is she talented, but she is so comfortable on who she is. You are about the person that you are. I went to a very high-profile party, and Sheryl was there, and she didn't have one smidgen of makeup on her face. Nothing. Now, hold on. How many women do we know, that are in the public eye and going to a very high-profile party with lots of superstars there? And she's like, I'm going like this. And you look great. Right? You did.
I don't know how it's great, but...
You did. You look unbelievable. That's how confident you are as a person. It's not because you're lazy.
Oh, you're sweet. Thank you.
Come on, it's true. Now, are you going to sing for us?
I am.
What are you going to sing? I know, I hate it. After the break, really, Sheryl is going to perform from her new CD. So come back in a minute. Performing the classic song, The First Cut is the Deepest, from her Best Of CD. Please put your hands together for the fabulous Sheryl Crow.
Taking just all that I have.
yours now. Play it. Up next, from Line of Fire.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta say, I love Sharon. Her show's great. She speaks her mind, which is so cool. Nobody does that. And I always think she's just so heartfelt. She's awesome. She's the best.